Can you hear me now? Oop. How about now? Can you hear me now? Hey, there's Matt. Sorry. And thank you for saying something, Karen. Still no sound? Still no sound. Yep, sounds back. Okay, cool. Loud and clear. All right. All right. See, when you've got a computer microphone and a microphone on each camera, trying not to get feedback and figure out which one's going to be the best one to pick up. Thank you guys for confirming. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about the garage work attire, but oh yeah, that's right. The old top chat. Remember, YouTube changed their settings, so if you're not seeing some people's comments, be sure and go up to the top and click live chat instead of top chat, and that will get you everybody. So yeah, if anybody's having that issue, there's Dennis. Hey, buddy. Oh yeah, it's been one of those days, man. Monday at business when you collect money. Thank you, all 50 people. I went ahead and came in live because I figured out how to get those memberships that YouTube gives me. I have to do it before I go live. Otherwise, it takes away the gift option. So anyway, uh, if you scroll up to the very top of the chat, you'll see that Scott's House of HO Racing now has 5 channel members again that were added. I think 2 were former channel members and 3 new ones. So I'd like to welcome them and have everybody in the chat welcome aboard also. And just to remind everybody, YouTube gifts me those and they automatically get them out to random people that are subscribed to the channel. And then after their month is up, then they receive an email asking them if they want to continue their membership with the channel, and they can decline or accept. And so hopefully I'm showing a good enough time for everybody that is get those free memberships to go ahead and continue the process and join us on the members only shows before every live Saturday night show. And I see that Bill and Kevin were chatting about members didn't get another free membership. I have no control over it. I have zero control. It's just one of those benefits that they awarded the channel. I'm able to give out 10 additional free gifted memberships on YouTube per month. And so I'm going to try to take full advantage of that on their dime and just try to see if we can't grow the membership side of the channel up nice and big too. Hey, there's Rich. No, you guys are good. No, I know you're teasing me, but yeah, no, just I just wanted to explain to other people that are watching. They're going, man, why is he getting so and so's getting one? I have no control. Here's how it goes. It says, do you want to gift the 5 free memberships to your channel gifted to you by YouTube? And then I hit yes, and then they go, congratulations, you gifted 5 YouTube free memberships for a month. They'll be randomly selected, and that's how that works. And there we go. I made the thing. Hey, Patrick. Hey, Doug. Congratulations on getting the YouTube free membership tonight. Thank you, sir, for joining in. Hey, Richie. Thank you for joining in, man, and joining, extending your free membership. I appreciate that, buddy. And no, man, I completely understand. It's a Monday night. People have lives. I was out in the garage up to an hour right before the show. And then I spent the last hour trying to get everything else set up besides the notification that I was going to be going live tonight. And it would be for the normal 1 hour. And then just to remind everybody, we'll have like a Monday night part 2 on Wednesday night because Adam, SLOTCARS, and more, the original Adam Hurt, friend, moderator of the channel, is going to be out of town for work. So he's unable to do a live show. So I told him that since I wasn't able to go live the week before, and he's helped me out by covering me whenever my sketchy internet was in and out, by covering it and doing a impromptu live, or Mark jumped in and did one, or the mayor jumped in. You know, somebody jumped in and did one. So I'm going to try to repay the favor, pay it forward, and take Adam's place on Wednesday night. And instead of doing his normal auction thing, we're just going to do part 2 of where we leave off tonight with the build. In case you don't remember, since it was 2 weeks ago, we're going to be running this car tonight on the track, and we're going to take it box stock, and then I'm going to add oil, and we're going to run it again, see if that makes any difference. And then I'll do my little simple Mega G Plus hop up trick that I'll show everybody. And in case you missed it, this is a real easy trick, and it's inexpensive. So if you don't want to spend a lot of money hopping up your car, this is one way I can show you with time that how much of a difference it's going to make by doing 2 little simple things. And that's adding 1 extra traction magnet and putting on a different set of tires. And just doing those 2 things alone will change the performance of this car completely. But you also may get to see me modify said car, because I did take it around the track a few times, and I do know that the Viper scale chassis are lower, and this body is already hitting in my bank corners. And if I go wide open in my far corner over there, way over here, then it tries to de-slot. So somewhere I've got it. Well, somewhere around here I've got a piece of sandpaper, and I'll do like I did with the shadow, and we'll sand down that nose so that we can keep it on the track. But that is something that I do want to bring out tonight, and I hope that people that have bank turns are watching this. But if you plan on running bank turns and you have one of these new style Mustangs or the new Camaros with those big wide splitters up front, you will not be able to run these cars on a 9-inch bank. The inside corner is too concave, and the wedge on the splitter actually comes out and lifts the car out of the slot as it's going through the corner, because the car sits so low. Take out the magnets there, Greg. Oh, okay. See, my camera was blinking at me for some reason, and I didn't figure out why. I thought I was trying to tell it to go to the whiteboard. Hey, Zim. Thanks for showing up, Mike. Back on the couch, Adam. Oh, see, here. Let me see if I can catch up with chat here real quick. Sorry about everybody I've missed while I was rambling. Hey, there's the dude. All right, Patrick. Okay, that's right. Okay, that's where I left off. Hey, no problem, Doug. I'm glad to have you back, buddy. Oh, okay. That's why Bill said going for the couch. Now I get it. That's awesome. Yep. Hey, John, thank you again for showing up, Mike. Hey, Dave, congratulations on your gifted membership, buddy. Paul, Mark, hey, buddy. Sorry, I said it's hard. I'm having to use the little red mousey thing and try to scroll down. So let that be a warning to you. I found that out this weekend when I was running the cars on the track Saturday night. I couldn't wait to try to get some of the IROC series of Mustangs that my members saw a picture of last week in the thumbnail. And then that's one of the other projects that we're going to have, just to show people what you can kind of do with a Mega G Plus car and try to get it to run the best that it can run, because there's nothing you can do to those can motors other than oil it. So anyway, if you do have one of the new Camaro body style or the new Mustang body style, and you have bank corners, you will not be able to run this on a 9-inch bank corner. Regrettably, because of the body being so wide and big, and the Camaros is even worse than the Mustangs. Their front ends are even wider. So if you have a 12-inch bank, you're okay. You're good to go. But if it's the smaller 9-inch bank, forget about it. So I just wanted to throw out that warning to people if you're planning on buying one of those two cars, because they're great looking. And my heart was broken when I saw what was going on, because it would just, every time I came to a bank corner, it'd just be slot. And that's what was going on. So I could run in my outer two lanes just fine. But as soon as I got into the inner two with the 9-inch curve, especially on my inside of the 9-inch curve, that was just mission impossible. So anyway, that's why that one, these slot like that. And if you got bank corners, just be forewarned, you're going to either have to modify your body or get rid of the bank turn if you plan on running it with a 9-inch bank and upgrade to a 12-inch bank. And so I may have to shave this one down, because that's what, like I said, what I did to the shadow. Hey, cool, Jeremy. Thank you, man. That's what I want to hear. And yes, it does stink. Trust me. Trust me, because Adam knows this. I was wanting to get all 4 of the new Mustangs and have an IROC series, kind of like I'm going to have with the older series. And so, you know, I've got the red, the white, and then the blue, and then G-Bud, whenever if he's here, I'm sorry I missed him. Then instead of the yellow old Mustang, then we'll have the green Mustang. So that's what I'm going to show on, because those are going to be an IROC car for each lane. But to tune them, I'm going to tune them all in the same lane, so I can try to see if they're even going to be semi-close, or if I'm going to have to try to find other chassis to swap around, just so somebody doesn't always lose if they're in that specific lane, because it's just so slow it can't keep up. So got some serious testing going on. That's what we're going to do on Wednesday night, besides the set upgrades from part 2 of tonight, when we start off with this bad boy. I oil it. I've got some Viper tires on it, and then we're going to throw in an additional factory magnet. We'll time it again, and then I have pen and paper so that we can track the progress based on the time. All laps will be ran in the white lane, and that way it's fair. And so we'll see how this week fast we can get this thing by itself with the Mega G Plus chassis. And then, like I mentioned, this is going to be my backup Viper for our Viper B-Spec class that we have at my track. And so this is my brand new, still in the package, never been opened, that we're going to slap underneath this bad boy and get a baseline time with it, with this body on it. And if we can, and if not, because the body's too low, then we're going to take Shadow's Evil Twin, which is another Shadow. I know these are dark blue, but I'm calling them Shadows because unless you get them in direct sunlight, they look as black as night. And I'll get it closer to the camera so you can see. But those of you with a sharp eye can tell that's a Mega G 1.5 chassis. So not only are we going to do the hop-ups with the Viper from the Mega G to this one, and then get it caught up to the Shadow where it's at right now, and that's what we're going to do tonight. And then if we have time, we'll get a baseline on the Mega G 1.5 chassis that is completely stock, with stock tires, stock everything, stock traction magnets, the whole 9 yards. And then I'll put a set of Viper tires on it. We'll run some lap times, and then I'll throw in an additional traction magnet on this car. Obviously, oil it too, and then we'll see what kind of lap times we can get on it. So we'll have the Shadow's Evil Twin, and then just so you guys know, this is a project. This car is named Flash, and not like for Flash Gordon, but like for a flash bulb. Because when it goes around the track, it really reflects the light. So that's where it got its nickname. So we got the Flash, and we got the Shadow, and the Shadow's Evil Twin. Really? No, that's cool. Nobody, like I said, like I said, they would not run on my inside lane for anything on any of my even my quarter banks. So Oh yeah, no, I think that may be where you're at right there, Mayor, is because I don't have mine at the factory angle. So maybe that's my issue. Maybe I caused my own problem. So on my track, I'll put it specifically that way then. Thank you for pointing that out, Paul, by the way. And I like watching Chad Gouges. Well, at least you'll be able to see it better than you'll be able to see the shadow. So hopefully, whenever we have the track view on, you'll be able to see it. That's Wednesday night. Yes, sir. Moondog. Sorry about that. I apologize. No, your chassis and another chassis that is in current build state. So there's the bonus part. He beat me to it. So not only are we going to do basic lap times on all the IROC series cars, and then upgrade the flash to the same specs as this one, the Shadow. But we're also going to see some of the lap times of a couple of my what I call my used to call my silver package. In case you guys have missed that, that's my max hopped up package for a what I call a wall wart track. And I can't do any of my viper killers anymore because I've only got 7 or 8 of those arms left. And I want an IROC series of those before my TYCOs. And then Roski is and I are going to be auctioning off one of those to go towards my car. And before we get started tonight, I'll just tell everybody about that and then bore everybody to death real quick. And then give you an update on what's going on there as far as the update on the motor goes. So, as people may have known if you were on Saturday night, I mentioned that my parents graciously, since they sold my sister's house that I've been helping clean out, they sold it that they were going to loan me the money until I could sue the guy that basically robbed my money and my parts, a lot of my parts for my motor, so that I can go ahead and get it completed because it's going to be, at least a 6-month process from the time that everything gets going. So that being said, I reached out to an old sponsor that used to be on the race car, West, with Show Me Speed. And he basically said, bring it on down next week. How about Tuesday after you get off work? We'll take an inventory and we'll see what we can do to get you up and running. So that's the great news. That's why a couple of buddies came over right after work. That's why I'm still wearing the nasty shirt that I had while we were loading stuff up. I was actually loading up on parts that I have back from the old engine builder, parts that I had that he didn't have, and I'm going to be taking that to the shop, and then hopefully in 2 to 3 weeks, I should be bringing home said motor, and then you guys, hopefully, like Adam said, he'd like to see try to show some of the, me working on it out in the garage, and I have no problem with that because obviously, if you guys have been following me for any length of time, you know that I've been dying to get my car running. And so hopefully here within the next month and a half, you'll be able to watch Scott jump with joy and cry tears of joy for seeing his car run for the first time in over 4 years. So there's the update on the motor. That's why I'm like I am. So it's all good news. Hopefully, like I said, it's sooner than later when we get the stuff. But that's why I've been auctioning off 5 personal cars every Saturday night extra, and that are going straight to the car because now more than ever, I need to hurry up and get that carburetor ordered, and I also need to get a new set of headers ordered. So I'm going to be continuing that until I can get enough money saved up with myself and with those personal slot cars that are sold every Saturday night until I can get that motor running, and hopefully that'll be sometime towards the end of next month. So one way or another, you guys are going to get to come along with the journey. Thank you for listening to me bitch about it. And I appreciate your guys' support. Uh, Mayor, if I can swing it, I want to get a 1050 Dominator. If not, then I'll be going with a 950. And I'll be running on E85. And I decided that since with my dad's health and everything, time's not on my side to keep saving money for the badass turbo motor that I originally wanted to put in there, especially considering what just happened. and I'm still having to make up for that deal, even with my parents' gracious assistance. All I'm going to do is swap out pistons and update, new rod bolts and bearings and rings and yada yada yada. But I'm going to put in a set of diamond 12 and a half to 1 pistons, and then a set of total steel gapless rings, and see what we can get out of a little small block for it. Just the size of a garden hose. Yeah, with an E85, I was running a 98 primary and a 110 secondary on my 950 double bumper. Small block Chevy transplant. No. I want to go fast. I don't want to spend all my time working on it. So I'm sticking with the small block Ford. Sorry, have to jab. Yeah, and barring any damage to the cylinder walls, that the machine shop, whenever they inspect it, take a look at it. That depends on whether or not it stays a stroked 302, because I'm currently at 349 cubic inches. But if I have to bore it, then I'm just going to go ahead and go for 125, forward an eighth inch, in case you guys were wondering that don't deal with motors. And that'll make my little small block Ford from a 302 to 363 cubic inches. So I'd rather not go that route because the pistons are more expensive, the machine works more expensive, and everything like that. But by the same token, I'm not going to put something together that's going to burn oil from the second I start it. So oil drying cheap, exactly, John. What's ironic is I've got I frequent Domino's so much that I get pizzas like free every other week. Um, and I use their pizza boxes with bricks on top of them underneath where I park the Tahoe in the garage, so that when the oil drips, it doesn't get on my garage floor. And I have tried and tried and tried to stop that thing from leaking, and I've determined that the only way to stop that thing from leaking is to pull it out and rebuild the whole thing. And I ain't doing that. So I'll just keep adding oil and keep changing the Domino's boxes underneath the garage. Thank you, Rossi. Appreciate that, man. And I apologize for not getting yours, Andrew's, and Ryburn. I emailed him invoices out last night. I was up till midnight and sending out invoices, packing packages when people send me money and stuff. And so I apologize. At midnight, I had to call it quits. But as soon as the show's done tonight, give me an hour to get done eating. And then you and Andrew will get your invoices, and Ryburn will get his email. And then anybody else that has emailed me, I'm going to start back as far back as I think last Friday is when I don't even think I'm back. I think I got to go back even farther because I've got something like 78 emails that I need to try to get caught up with. So I apologize to everybody that has emailed me. And if you're wondering why I haven't gotten back to you, it's because I've been either working with my parents, working for myself, working on the car in the garage, or trying to get packages out and invoices and everything else like that out. So I apologize and I appreciate your patience, but I will get back to you, I promise. Yeah, no, that's there too. Sorry about that, Andrew. My bad, buddy. Like I said, I'll get them out. I apologize. I told everybody Saturday night, and then at midnight, I'm like, I got to be up in 6 hours. And then as Adam knows, because I spoke to him today after we got the block and some of the parts loaded up, and one buddy's wife called, and another guy was on work, still working, and so he just came by real quick on his break, and then he had to go right back to work. So anyway, long story short, my Monday at work was hell. I'm really glad to be off work. I'm glad to be talking about real cars. I'm really glad to be talking about slot cars, and I appreciate everybody showing up tonight. And thank you so much for putting up with the grubby look here. Cool. Well, we got 31 of us here tonight, and just in case you missed it, then normally I take like the first half hour because I just normally show off sets on this Monday night show, or something like look what Scott's got, or promote a product that maybe somebody has sent me that they want me to get out of the word that they have to offer. Which once again, thanks to Chris Bayless with Blue Ridge Raceway. He in his latest video, he explained what I was talking about by hitting more twice below my videos so that it would expand and you could see all the great, the great people that have helped support the hobby and send me products to help promote their products that they sell. And so once again, if you want to get a hold of Steve for some custom rims, his aluminum rims for your biker, for your TYCO, he's the man. Contact him below. Keith Rooster Horton, he's the man that does the diorama. Ask the mayor, Gale Force Raceway, and I'm sure several others. I know that when I finally get my tracker cashed and I'm starting to do my diorama stuff, he's going to crap when he sees what I'm going to want. And so Keith is also a good guy to reach with all your authentic diorama stuff for your track accessories, just to put that final touch on it. And then we go down to Manchild Motorsports and Matt. I'm currently using, as you can see right here, his controller holders, and I can't recommend that enough. And he's also got a YouTube channel that I would like to recommend. That if you're like me, you started off playing with Hot Wheels when you were a kid, and I gave up on the Hot Wheels and went to slot cars, and he's fortunate enough to do both. So be sure and check out Manchild Motorsports on YouTube. Check out some of his awesome Hot Wheels races. And if you do need some controller holders, they don't have to be red, white, blue, and yellow. He does have other colors. Just reach out to him and he can let you know what he has and get you hooked up. And trust me, all high quality stuff, I sincerely endorse it. And then last but not least, I'm going to mention this on Wednesday night show again, that this Saturday night, we're going to have a very special auction for somebody in the slot car community. Luke with MX69, the guy that's right below Matt on my list down there on people and how to reach them and find their stuff. And help support them for going above and beyond for doing additional stuff with the hobby. He's going to send me another AFX sign, and I'll grab mine right now just to show you. And here's all the great people that I mentioned. But there goes Adam. See, Adam, you're so he's sending me another sign that we're going to auction off. And to those of you that don't know, that have missed it, the poor man is going to have surgery here in a few months, and 100% of the proceeds of everything that he sells on his eBay in his eBay store that you can link to directly below here, hit more twice, and you hit that link, and it's going to take you straight to his store. You can buy that sign if you want to. He's got several others. I'm using right now his 4-lane bank supports for 4-lane tracks. He also makes them for 2-lane for AFX, AutoWorld, and TYCO. They work for all three. So if you've got a plastic track that you've got bank corners and you hate the supports, go support Luke at NX69 and to get you some of those awesome supports. But long story short, all the proceeds from the auction, we're donating it directly to him. So just remember, it's not just a sign that you're going to be bidding on this Saturday night. It's actually to help someone in the slot car community, help pay for their surgical and doctor expenses that they're getting ready to have to go through, which is bad enough. But then let alone, having to save up money just to do it. So, even if you don't want to buy a slot car that night, I would please encourage you to come by. And if you can, try to bid on that. And let's try to raise as much money as we can for Luke. And then whatever is given to him, donated to him, or purchased with his sign, then I'm going to transfer 100% of the proceeds from my PayPal account directly to his. And so 100% of the money is going to go to him. None of that will go to the channel because I feel it's my way of trying to help him by helping him sell his products, for one. And then for another thing, trying to help the poor man try to get some money for his surgeries, because I know I would appreciate that if someone, if I was in that position also. So I encourage everybody, if you have a heart, to try to join in and try to help out Saturday night if all possible. Enough yakking. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to get all that good stuff out. And hey, it's 7:30 exactly, Mark. Let's see here. I'm going to add the, see, there's no mouse things. There we go. That's about as much of the track as I can get with the screen split like that. Hey, Matt. Okay, I will, buddy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Love this community, man. Thank you again. That's awesome. So, in case you guys missed it, once again, this one's codenamed the Flash. He's in the white lane. I'm gonna come over here and clear out the practice laps that I was doing earlier with the other car, and we'll get this show on the road. Well, that's pathetic. When you can't go wide open in my bank corner on my track and it's half the track, you're in trouble. And I can't go wide open. So. And when I try to gun it early, yeah. So far the Flash is looking like a burnt bulb, if you ask me. Okay, I've had enough of this. So we're just going to call it the fastest lap because I can't go wide open in the banks. I'm going to write it down. That's bone stock. We'll just call it 9:10. That's horrible. I'm sure I could get it down to like an 8 something if I really wanted to keep crashing, but I don't. Okay, so here, I'll move the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, Luke, that sucks, buddy. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to throw some oil on it, and then I'm going to throw some Viper tires on it, and then I'm going to throw one extra traction magnet on it. We're going to pray that we can make a better lap than 9 seconds, because that's pretty pathetic. But like I said, part of the problem is I can't go wide open in the corners. On my bank corners, I apologize. Viperize it. Yeah, we're putting on some Viper lower tires just to show what those can do on the factory hubs, though. And then I'm going to slip in an additional factory strength traction magnet. And this is what I call my budget Mega G Plus hop up. So obviously, if someone bought this car brand new out of the package, they'd be a little upset if they couldn't make a lap because of the car doing what it was doing. So hopefully this will show something. I've already got a factory magnet right here. And thanks again, Mark, with Mark's Slot Car Garage is the one that gets the credit for this tip of an upgrade. I got to give credit where credit's due. This isn't a Scott discovery. This is a Mark discovery because he took his little magnet downforce meter and found out that you could do this and gain some extra strength on the downforce. The stupid magnet keeps rolling on me. Yeah, it's a horrible runner, Mark. I'm really glad that. Hey, Jim, and everybody else that I missed, Blue Oval. Good grief. Okay, so I'm gonna. We're gonna roll with it since I'm not gonna be spending a lot of time with this chassis. So all I've done is add one additional traction magnet that ain't even flat because it rolled in there, and then I put on a set of Viper lowering tires. I don't even know what they measure out to on this chassis or on those hubs, but I do know that they'd be a lot lower than those factory hard rubber things. But it's got to help more than what it was, because that's a pretty pathetic lap time, to be quite honest. That's worse than, I don't want to offend anybody, but AutoWorld. But like I said, a lot of that has to do with the fact I can't go on my track wide open because of the way I've got my corners banked more, which pinches the corners in more. So I'm kind of a victim of doing that to myself. So this shouldn't be too hard to beat. Let's see what happens. Yeah, a little better. I guess it helped if I got you guys back over on the track. Ah. Well, we already picked up 4 seconds. Hey, I found Hates Mustang's wing. He lost that the other night. Well, that's a huge improvement already. Let's see what we can run a few more laps and see what happens. Yeah, huge difference, Mark. Yeah. Oh, crash, burn. The flash may not look like a flash for very long if he keeps crashing like that. Well, there we go. That's more like it. So we went from a 910 all the way down to a 491 just by doing that. Oh yeah, that was definitely a floor pancake. It popped the body off. Yeah, I need to get my barriers up all the way around the track. That's why you see that silly foam and stuff in places, is because obviously the track's still a work in progress. And now I have even more on my plate than I did before. So let's see. Well, hell, I've only been doing this for like 5 or 6 minutes. We're gonna run a couple more laps and see if I can't beat that 491. If not, then we're gonna crack open the Viper chassis. We'll slap some oil on it, and then we're going to get a baseline with that. For some reason, I keep gunning it too soon because I can't see because there's stupid foam right here, I guess. I don't know. Hey, well, still couldn't go wide open in the corner, but better. So we're going to call that good on the Mega G Plus with the Viper tires and one extra factory magnet. And just so everybody knows, I put that on the passenger side in case you think it makes any difference. But I have pretty much equal left and right corners, so I don't think it did. So I'm writing down the G Plus. And then we did Viper tires. One extra mat. Factory. And we got a 485 out of it. So honestly, I think if I wasn't dragging the front end, I could probably get this thing down to the 450 range, which isn't that bad. A whole lot better than it was before, which was undrivable. So just to show everybody, that's a pretty good little hot button. So let me bring you guys back, and then we'll start the Viper edition. I agree 100%, Mark. And all right, there you go. Hey, Dale. So once again, we took off the factory rubber tires. I replaced them with a set of Viper tires, and then I stuck one extra factory traction magnet in on the passenger side, and we picked up, basically just what, 4.5, 4.8 seconds, something like that, because this car was basically undrivable. I still can't go wide open in the corners with it because of the way the nose is dragging on my track. So I'm thinking it's going to need some sanding, but we're going to try it anyway. Here's the brand new Viper V spec. Hey, Randy, you guys need to go check out Randy's video and say hi to Randy and Daniel. And take a look at them run some cars and look at their awesome collection that Randy's acquired of all makes. So once again, it's a factory Viper V spec, just like you order straight from the Viper store. I'm going to go ahead and put some oil on it. We're not going to dry run it. But this will be this car's first laps on my track. Hey, Daniel, there he is. Well, it's spinning pretty smooth, so let's find out if we're going to have the same drag issues that the Shadow had. Oh, yeah. Let's clean the tires, and we're going to give the old college a try. And if it keeps de-slotting because of the body, then we'll add that on to a Wednesday night show, and then we'll go to the Shadow's Evil Twin. Well, that's a good sign. Pretty cool, just pity putting around. I already beat the Mega G Plus last time. Still slow for a Viper, though, by about a second on my track for a V-Spec. Got a whole lot different than that Mega G, and I got to learn how to pull the trigger. Or not pull the trigger. Well, damn it. I'm about ready to yank these tires already and put my tires on. Yep. Okay. I'm going to try cleaning the tires again. I'm going to give it the old college try. Can't go wide open in my bank corners, and that's killing me. I'm having to let off and then gut it again real quick. And, well, let's just say my timing isn't always perfect. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, happy birthday to anybody that's having a birthday in June. Good call. Blue Oval. All right, so I cleaned the tires again. It looks like the best I've ran is a 412. I honestly think I could get it down to a 399 if I could get it to stay on the track. So let me see about digging out. The tires. Got so many boxes of parts. I hope they're just all. I got to get better organized. There they are. Yeah, this is just one of my many boxes of parts. So I am going to put the exact same tires that I have on the Shadow, which are once again a Mark Slot Car Garage recommendation. Thank you again, Mark. and that is albinos. And we're going to see if we can get this bad boy where it needs to be, which I seriously doubt until I do some work on that body. Which means we may get to see a couple of laps of the Evil Twin. A little tip I'll give, and I'm sure Mark knows this as well. Even though you may have a double flanged rear hub, you still want to make sure that the tire is seated and square. So just because you slip it on there doesn't always mean that it's square. There we go. Now we got the Flash with his set of albino tires. And let's see if we can't beat that 412, or if I'm going to have to do some shaving on that nose so I can go wide open. See, even tires help a viper. Too bad the driver doesn't change. I'll be damned. Well, I'm getting close. Hey, have a good night, Moon Dog. Thanks for stopping in, man. Be sure to stop in Wednesday night. Watch your chassis. Wow, 38 people. Well, I got it down to a 370, but it's hard to drive. Not very comfortable to drive. And I'm looking at the grooves on the bottom of the nose. So I'm gonna write down the 370, and then I'm gonna shave the front end a little bit like I did with the shadow, and then we'll test it again with this very same setup and see what we can get it down to. Because I don't know if it's as audible on the camera as it is here, but every time I hit a bank corner, you can physically hear the body scraping all the way around, and I can actually see where it's digging in grooves into the body itself. So obviously that's lifting the body, which is lifting the car out of the slot, which is preventing maximum speed. So obviously we made a huge improvement from 9 seconds over double. So I'm going to write that down. Viper albino and scraping body. And I know I said I was only going to go for an hour, but so I'll try to make it quick because I know we only got about 4 minutes left on that hour thing. But I do want to get the Evil Twin out here and just see what we can do with a bone stock Mega G. And then I'll throw some tires on it real quick, run a couple of laps and see. I've never even had it on the track. I don't even know if this thing runs. We'll see real quick. I know those tires are filthy. So somebody ran it sometime, but that doesn't mean it runs now. These things are filthy. Sounding kind of rough too. May have to do work on it before it goes anywhere. All right, good enough. Let's see what we got. Let her rip, tater tip. Well, I can tell you guys right now, bone stock. Well, I guess I'll get the camera off me and show you guys what I'm seeing. Sorry about that. So happy about it running. Like I said, I was going to be a little embarrassed on live YouTube if my car that I was putting on here didn't run. But anyway, so you got to see some of the lap times, but this is a bone stock Mega G, used obviously, and not by me. It was one that came in a batch and of cars that I purchased, and someone had it labeled wrong apparently in the batch. I didn't even notice it until I got the order in. With factory tires, and I can hold it wide open in my bank corner because the front end's up higher. But what impresses me is how well it's handling with the factory tires. That's, I mean, we're way better than the extra magnet Mega G Plus was like at a 485, and I've already ran a 495 with this. Oh, you're welcome, Daniel. Thank you for joining in and being subscribers. That's the only way you can get a free gifted membership if you're not already a member, is to be a subscriber to the channel. So thank you for your support. I hope you like it and continue to join in later. So let's see what I can do with this Mega G and see what we can get it down to here in the next couple of minutes. I'll run a little long. I'm having fun. And if you guys want me to, I can get rid of the half screen where you're not seeing the times if you guys want to see the whole track. We might try that just so you can see everything. You guys want to try that for a few laps? Okay. And see, it's whenever I do that split screen that screws me up. So on the ratios. Okay, cool. I want to try to get this thing as quick as at least I did with the Mega G Plus with an extra traction magnet. So we ran a 485 with the Mega G Plus with the Viper tires and an extra magnet. This thing is completely stock. Factory tires, factory magnets, factory everything, and used to boot. Not even brand new. So I am thoroughly impressed with how well this car is handled. I wish I had more of these instead of the Mega G Plus. I'll let you know whenever I break it. I'm close. Got more banks than Delaware. Okay, so I'm going to bring back the time so you guys can see what I just ran and understand what I'm talking about, how much I love the Mega G chassis. So I don't know if it's here. I can make this full screen. Have a good night, John. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Cool. So, long story short, out of everything that happened tonight, I'm glad that. Let me get rid of this real quick, and we'll wrap up. All right. Hey, Ryburn. I don't know if you were here earlier tonight, but give me an hour after the show, and I'll shoot you out an email. But your car's already on the way because uh, you know the drill, buddy. It's all good. So tonight we took the new Project Flash GT40. We gave it a bone stock run with bone stock tires, and it couldn't even hardly stay on the track. It was honestly a POS. Ran a 9.10 second. I threw a set of Viper lower, smaller diameter tires on it to drop it down, and I threw in one extra factory traction magnet, and I got it down to a 4.85. Then we switched it over to a brand new factory Viper chassis, threw on a set of albinos that are just like on the Shadow, and we got that one down to a 3.70. And then I just literally ran with a bone stock Mega G 1.5 chassis underneath the the Shadow's Evil Twin here. That's what the name of this car is. With a bone stock factory, it ran a 4.80, which is a half a 500ths better, which doesn't sound like a lot, but this is with the factory tires and the factory magnets, so nothing's been changed. That's honestly pretty impressive. And like I mentioned, that's a really smooth car to run. So we're gonna write that down and stop, because that's impressive to me, especially for being a used chassis like that. And as dirty as those tires were, someone ran the piss out of that thing. So basically, what I'm getting at is this Mega G car was able to run a better lap time than the popped up Mega G Plus car, and this one was bone stock factory. So I'll be really curious to see whenever I add a traction magnet and some better tires on this one to see what we can get it down to. So that's something we'll be doing on Wednesday night for the Monday night part 2, since Adam won't be on. I'll shade down the nose on this GT40 so it doesn't scrape through, so it's as smooth as like what it does on the Shadow. And then we'll run all 3 cars again and see about that. We'll see about how much time's left over. If we do have any time, then we'll do the same trick with the Mega G Pluses on all my new IROC Series Mustangs. So we'll time them all and then throw on tires, throw on an extra magnet, and see where they all sit in the white lane. And then that way I can judge to see if I'm going to have to swap out some chassis somewhere along the way, because if it's an IROC series, you want them kind of close together. And with those can motors, you just never know. Oh, what's disappointing, drama? We have the glow. Okay, Luke, I'll get some pictures taken. I don't know if it'll be tonight, buddy, but I'll try to get it up to you tomorrow. It's just I got some other stuff I didn't finish last night. I got to get finished tonight. So I apologize for the delay, but that's not a problem, my friend. I'll get it taken care of. We use the force. Oh, that first Mega G Plus, yeah, no, that was. If I was a new person in the hobby and I bought that car and stuck it out on the track for the first time and it did that crap, I would be so mad, because I couldn't even make a decent one lap, because if I floored it, it would come out of the slot, because the whatever. But it helped in a bunch. I mean, I can look at the hub. The hub's wobbly, so I can, that's part of the problem. This hub over here has got a serious wobble in it. This side over here is not bad. I mean, it's still got a wobble, but nothing like this one. So I'm sure that didn't help with those shitty tires. But just throwing on a set of tires and that extra magnet, at least it made it drivable. And that's what I'd like to show people, is that don't get discouraged if you buy a brand new car that runs like crap. You saw firsthand, you throw another magnet in it, you throw some better tires on it that drop it down, and you can at least drive the damn thing. But if you were really wanting to step up, then that's when you start putting your Viper chassis underneath it, or like what I'm going to show as an alternative as we kind of build along with the Flash, the Shadow's Evil Twin. I've got all the parts to hop up this bad boy too, so we'll hop up magnets and rear ends and stuff like that too, and tires. But I want to get a baseline on it and to see that a used chassis was running just as well as a brand new one that had been modified. Warms the heart in one side and crushes it on the other. So pickleball, there it is. Hey, Jeremy, no problem, man. Well, guys, like I said, it's only going to be, obviously a little over an hour tonight. I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. And please remember, go by and support all the people down below. Remember that every dollar that you give them is just encouragement for them to make new products to offer for us. And in Luke's case, within X69, it's actually going to go help him personally to help pay for an upcoming surgery. And then we do have that special auction on Saturday night. So please, if you can, try to join in to participate with that. Even if you're not interested in buying any of the slot cars, we'll do that auction right after the end of the first meet and greet of the show. So we'll start off the show that way. So people have things to do on their Saturday night, they can get that done. But if you don't have anything going on Wednesday night and you normally join Adam, look for the little thumbnail because yours truly will be live on Wednesday night. We'll do the upgrades to the Mega G. We will have the body upgraded on the Flash. And then we'll get all three of them on the track. The Shadow's Evil Twin, and the Flash. And we'll get some more lap times and see what we can upgrade there. If we have any more time, then like I said, we'll start working on the trying to modify and get all these IROC cars ready for the track. So once again, guys, thank you so much for your support. Be sure to check out all the awesome creators that are making videos. Give them a like, even if you can't leave a comment. But if you can do both, that's awesome. Be sure to subscribe. That's also an awesome way to help them as well. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your Monday evening, and I will see you hopefully on Wednesday night. You guys have a good night. Bye-bye.